Imagine walking through the streets of Rome, where every stone has witnessed the rise and fall of empires. The air still carries whispers of gladiator battles, political schemes, and the echoes of history shaping the world as we know it today. But Rome is just one piece of the grand puzzle that is European history, a story filled with conquest, revolutions, and groundbreaking innovations. Let's take a journey through time, exploring the key events that shaped Europe, from the ancient world to the modern era. 1. The ancient foundations. Europe's story begins with ancient civilizations like the Greeks and the Romans. The Greeks gave us democracy, philosophy, and some of the most brilliant minds in history, think Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. Meanwhile, Rome built one of the greatest empires the world had ever seen, stretching from Britain to the Middle East. But even the mighty Romans couldn't last forever. With economic decline, internal strife, and the infamous barbarian invasions, the empire crumbled, marking the beginning of the Middle Ages. 2. The Middle Ages, knights, castles, and plague. The fall of Rome in 476 AD led to what some call the Dark Ages, a time of feudal lords, castles, and knights. Europe became fragmented, with local rulers fighting for power. The Catholic Church emerged as the most powerful institution, shaping culture, law, and even politics. Then came the Black Death in the 14th century, a devastating plague that wiped out nearly half of Europe's population. Imagine the fear, the despair, and the sheer uncertainty of living through a pandemic with no cure. But from the ashes of the plague came a renewed thirst for knowledge and change, paving the way for the Renaissance. 3. The Renaissance and the Age of Exploration. The Renaissance, meaning rebirth, was a golden age of art, science, and human achievement. Leonardo da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa, Michelangelo sculpted the David, and Copernicus dared to suggest that the Earth revolved around the Sun. This era also saw European explorers set sail to discover new lands. Christopher Columbus reached the Americas in 1492, forever changing world history. Soon, European empires would expand, bringing wealth, and conflict, on a global scale. 4. Revolutions and new ideas. By the 18th century, Europe was on the brink of transformation. The Enlightenment introduced radical ideas about government, freedom, and human rights. Thinkers like John Locke and Voltaire laid the groundwork for revolutions that would shake the world. In 1789, the French Revolution erupted. The people, tired of monarchy and inequality, overthrew their king, leading to years of chaos, war, and eventually, the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon's conquests reshaped Europe, but his defeat in 1815 at the Battle of Waterloo marked the end of his empire. Yet, the ideas of liberty and democracy had already taken root. 5. The Industrial Revolution and World Wars. The 19th century saw Europe become the world's industrial powerhouse. Steam engines, railroads, and factories changed everything. But progress came at a cost: harsh working conditions, child labor, and extreme social inequality. Then, in 1914, the world plunged into war. World War I devastated Europe, ending empires and redrawing borders. Just 2 decades later, World War II erupted, with Adolf Hitler's Nazi Germany wreaking havoc across the continent. By 1945, Europe was in ruins. But from destruction came unity, as countries worked together to rebuild. 6. Modern Europe, Unity and Challenges. Post-war Europe saw the rise of a European Union, a bold experiment in cooperation designed to prevent another war. Today, Europe is a global leader in culture, science, and technology. But challenges remain: economic crises, political shifts, and debates over immigration continue to shape the continent's future. Conclusion. From ancient empires to modern democracies, Europe's history is a saga of triumph and tragedy, innovation and conflict. And the story is far from over. What happens next? Only time will tell.